Okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. So as you can see, the car's out of the fence at the moment. We have permission to be in here. I just can't drive in here. It's too wet, it's too wet. Basically, the other week when we were driving from point A coming to point B, first house site to the second house site, we nearly got bogged halfway in between. So I'm not going to run the risk today. I'm going to leave it outside the gate there. It's a little bit painful because I like to have the car as close as I can to me, and I know that I'm going to end up sort of way over the back there today. So look, what I'm going to do, we mentioned there in last video, we were hunting for coins and relics, and it turned into a bottle hunting day. As you've seen, we opened up that pit and we basically got a heap of bottles out. So that was up at that second house site, way up there where you see those other allotment of trees. So look, what we're going to do today, seeing those we had so much good success at the other house site there, picking up on the bottles and the marbles and the coins, whatever, with the cows being in there, what we're going to do today is we're going to be revisiting this house site and doing it again also. Now we're also going to be picking up on all the low numbers with something that we haven't done here before. We're going to be digging out basically from 0 right up through to 40. So generally when I hunt these house sites, I generally like to go from 18, just waving to the farmer there as he's taken off. Another permission that I hunt across the road, way over there, old school site. Anyway, generally look, as I said, a lot of these house sites I sort of hunt 18 and dig 18 to 40, 18 and upwards. So that gives you a really good understanding of the site, and you can go from there. However, now, like today, I like to be able to return to these house sites and really thoroughly clean them out properly. Finish digging all those lower numbers out. Yes, a lot of it can be trash. However, we can have some nice surprises too, like this little guy here. Now, he come in at an 11. An 11 is not something I would normally dig, that's for sure. And as you can see there, we've got a beautiful little Young Workers Patriot Guild badge. Just trying to read it there. So I have seen something like this before. The emblem looked very familiar straight away as soon as I seen it. However, I didn't know what it said around the outside. But I've gave him a bit of a clean up. I've been letting him sit out in the sun here on the fence post, and I've been basically washing him in the grass. So gave him a bit of a clean up and thought I'd give you a look and start the video there. So another farmer. There you go, another permission I hunt. It's getting crazy. Everybody knows me around here. It's good though, because one permission generally leads on to the next. So anyway guys, we'll put that in the bag and we'll get going on to the next hole. Another farmer. That's the third one. There you go. As I said, getting out of control. Okay, so now all the farmers are gone past. I've said good day for the morning. It's nice to have connections and build up that good reputation. And that's exactly what I try and do at all these sites. And as my parents always taught me, your reputation precedes you, and that is exactly right. So it always helps for future permissions. So, but check out this bad boy, right next to the post. It's only something very, very, very small. It's only just hitting on it, or it could be falsing on a bit of rust, but that sounds way too good. So we'll give me a little bit of a dig quickly. Look at that. The ground is so soft out here. It's absolutely beautiful to dig in. So anyway, I've got some nice fishing worms too. Look at this guy. I could collect all these, go fishing the Zavo. Okay, so he's not even deep. Right there. I dug a plug for no reason. See what he is. It could be a Sylvian, or it could be a little rivet. Yeah, righto. So that makes sense, because I do believe where I am right now was where the stables once were. Now what I'll do is I'll throw up a picture up top left hand corner of the screen, and it's a little bit grainy image, I know. However, I'll show you. What you're seeing in the image, you will be seeing a house. You'll be seeing a house located somewhere near those trees, and you'll be seeing a square allotment. Now we would be standing in the, what is it? I'm just trying to think of the image in my head as it's getting displayed. We would be standing in the top left corner of what you see in that picture of the allotment. Now there's the road, as you can see. The road swings around there. So basically you can see the road in the picture. The house is located just off the road there. You can see sort of like the little road where they've been running their horse and carts, what have you. And basically the house would have sat here, and you can see another little building or something going on over here. And I do believe this is where the stables were. So house, stables, possibly dumping bottles from sort of here. You know, if the house was there, I'd imagine all the bottles and rubbish would be sort of this way. So, and it wouldn't be out the front here, because you got to remember this front's a road, and generally they wouldn't dump rubbish on what I've found in my experience. They would not dump rubbish on the roadside frontage because looks messy, the smell, everything. So it'd always go to the back of the house. So if that's the roadside frontage, so is this. The bottles, and the house was there, the bottles have got to be sort of somewhere from here back, in my opinion. Anyway, we'll work that out one day anyway. Look at the day. Look at that. What a day to be alive, eh? What a cracker. So for anybody out there that has not seen these NOKTA MAKRO shovels, now they are NOKTA MAKRO, however you can purchase them through Detected products, and in all my videos I use this shovel where I can, unless I'm using the little handheld Garrett Tiger digger. But this shovel is a bloody ripper, absolute ripper. I have levered and dug and dug and dug and dug. I've been running this for a couple of months now, and I absolutely love it. I love its collapsible ability there. You've got your 4 holes. I will say they do fill up with a little bit of dirt, or for me anyway, especially some of the places I hunt gets very, very dirty. So like yesterday, digging out all those bottles, you know, that whole thing was full of dirt. So I had to get in there and hose him out and clean him out. No big deal. But what a great design, and what a great shovel. And for anybody that's wondering, you know, how strong are they? You know, they do have the collapsible shaft in the middle. So, you know, you'd think that would, you know, basically not make it as strong. That's not the case. That is not the case by far. I've always used Tiger products. I still love my Tiger products. However, this shovel here is a bloody perler, absolute perler. And I love, as I said, that you can collapse it down, unlike the Tiger. And as I said, for anybody wondering just how strong they are, well, I got a target. He was right down there. What's that? Probably, you know what? These have a measuring thing on them. Easily 8 inch, 10 inches deep. Got a big target, basically. Just stuck the shovel in there. I just thought, bugger it, it's something big. And so I just literally stuck the shovel in there, and I levered. I didn't even cut a plug. I didn't even cut a square plug. I just went straight in, first time, levered, and I brought up all this dirt, this big plod, and also this big old metal ring in the same hole. Now, if that's anything to go off, just how strong these are, it's an absolute credit to NOKTA MAKRO and Detected products for stocking them, because these are brilliant. I'd recommend them to anybody. So if you haven't got one, check out the link in the description below. So check out little Dommy there trying to navigate all the puddles in the paddock. Pretty funny. He's gonna have wet shoes, wet feet by the end of the day. Never mind. So am I. It is literally, it's like walking on water over there. It's crazy. Righto, we've done it. We've finally done it. It's nothing to rave about too much. It's only a 1950 halfpenny. However, that's our first penny for this site for this day. So that's bloody good, very happy with that one. We'll see what else we can dig. Righto. This little piece here, I'm thinking maybe, look, I don't know. Obviously, you know, anything shaped like this, a little tiny bit of lead, you would presume, first off, it's either a lead sinker at an old house site such as this, dating back into the 1800s. Whoa, nearly lost him. You would presume that's a musket ball. However, it's pretty crudely made. pretty crudely shaped, I should say. It doesn't look like any musket ball I've ever dug in the past before. A bit of a weird one. You can see there though, it's metal, or a type of metal, lead. So anyway, into the pocket, we'll clean him up when we get home, make sure he's got no holes that go through the center, indicating that he's a fishing sinker. If not, my best bet is it could either be a weight for some sort, maybe measuring, weighing something, or it has to be a musket ball. Kapow! Okay, so change up for the afternoon. We are going to do something different. We've just been in that paddock. We got all the way past the dirt pile, all the way past the fruit tree. As I said, I've done that place to death. We are going to, however, pick up on more bottles in future there. But look, it's pretty much done for metal detecting. We don't have a great deal of stuff coming out, or a great deal of rubbish now. But we've spent all morning getting all this, and we've definitely worked hard for it in between all the water and the moisture laying around. So look, we are going to now, this is my favourite piece here, I'm just showing you. But look, what we're going to do now is we're going to venture up further, up, not this house site, not the second house site where we dug all those other bottles. There's a third house site. We're going to venture up that. Now this third house site has some quite interesting history with it. A bit sad, or very sad I will say. So look, I will share that with you, share the story with you once we get up there. So anyway, lunchtime now, and up to site 2. Okay, so welcome to house site number 2 for the day. Now the cows have been in here again today, just been put in here recently, as you can see. They're having a swim down at the dam, getting their tan for the afternoon. So anyway, basically what we're going to do, we're going to utilise detector in this area. You wouldn't believe it, I'll just put that down there, you would not believe it, but a house used to sit right here, sort of shy of that big old acorn tree there. So anyway, look, what I have found in the past here before is generally a lot of the good stuff comes from over this side, and a lot of the rubbish seems to be running along this fence line. Now remember we spoke there before about dumping along the boundary lines or the fence lines, and as you can see the road goes from the front. So all the rubbish, it makes sense, it'll be up along here, and that's what I've found before. Old bottle tops and broken bottles and bits of rubbish, bits of tin, iron, rusty iron, everything like that. So look, what we're going to do, we're going to start our way up here, we might grid this way, and just try and, we probably won't grid properly, but we'll just try and roughly give it a go. We've got 2 hours to detect here, so let's get started. Well, that did not take long at all. You know, I thought I'd be in the paddock for at least half an hour before the cows mobilised and made their way up to me. And these are the same cows that were giving me that audience there a few weeks ago in my last, or in one of my previous videos. So I wonder, hey Renoa, where's Renoa? Renoa. Or maybe it's her, she's coming towards me. Renoa, is that you? No. Renoa, where are ya? That's the only one that I can remember his name. Oh, and Bambi, or Bambo. No, Rambo, it was. Look at them. Friendly buggers, aren't yous? Every time I turn my back, watch this. Ah, I got my front turned. These girls know what I'm here for. Look at them mow that grass down. Yum, 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 yum. Listen to them. They're like vacuum cleaners for grass. Yum, yum, yum. Now, cows have got 4 stomachs too, for anybody that doesn't know. That's a pretty, look, it's a fact that a lot of people do know. But cows have got 4 stomachs, so what they do is they will gorge themselves, eat themselves silly, and then go sit down, basically regurgitating their food that they've once eaten that morning, and as it comes up, if you actually sit and watch a cow, I know it sounds silly, but if you sit and watch a cow, sit there and watch it in the afternoon, you'll see their throat, and you'll see them swallow their food, and then you'll see, oi, get out of it, that's not food, and then you'll see them regurgitate and bring up a little bit more grass that they ate that morning, and then they'll chew on that, swallow that, and the process repeats itself until they get hungry again. So these girls are hungry at the moment. We've got a nice little buckle, beautiful. a few of these at home now, but I still love finding them. They're the odd shaped design, so to be like a little horse buckle, I'd say, sat on the side of the horse, and the strap would go through and buckle or fasten up whatever you're doing. So probably even off a saddle, a bit of leather. So very, very cool. What do you reckon? We found Bambo, or is it Rambo? Hello, what are you doing, eh? You're coming in for a good old look. Rah! Bambo! Rambo, not sure. Wait a minute. You're Rambo? Let me have a look at your tag there, mate. You're Rambo? What's going on? You're Rambo too. Why is there two Rambos? Rambo 2175, Rambo 2177. They're multiplying. Hang on, we've got another Rambo 2176. So many Rambos. Fernando, love it. So old Bambo here, I've had to scare him away a few times. He keeps getting, Rambo, whoever, he keeps getting way too close for comfort. He's like literally, I turn around, he's literally licking the end of my shovel that I'm carrying. So bloody weirdo. Look, now he's going about his business like, oh, he's filming me, I better act normal, like a normal cow. You do realise you're going to be on YouTube, guys? Oh dear, look what we've got. Ha ha ha. Oh, I knew it was worth changing sites. I bloody knew it. Just was not happening for me down the other side. But looky here. We've got a little military Australian Rising Sun badge. Absolute perler, and in great condition too. So this is only a little collar one, only a tiny one. It would have been mounted up on the collar. You would have had one each side. Very, very nice. Very cool. I love this. Absolutely love it. Australian history at its best. Righto, so as the cows are having a munch and crunch along, I'm going to share with you a little bit of history about this site, like I said I would. So you'll go away, go away. Basically though, look, what happened was there was a young family living here, and basically 4 kids, man and a wife, 4 kids, and look, the husband, he was not in the best of mental health in later years. He was not in the best of mind, basically, in a good mind space. And look, I've read the newspaper articles. It's absolutely horrible to read about, you know, these poor kids. Basically what happened though, he did spend some time up in a rehab facility, and he basically come home, and they might have thought he was right. They may have thought he was you know, okay to come back. Look, what happened was, you're eating dirt. Look, what happened though was basically he come home, and for whatever reason, I don't even know how to say this, but he beat his wife up. He actually shot her. It's absolutely tragic, I know. Like, I feel really bad even saying this. He shot her, and long story short, shot himself. So with a shotgun too, mind you. Anyway, the papers also are very descriptive back in the day, and so they don't leave too much to the imagination. So as I said, a little bit horrible to read. And the landowners first sort of told me the story. I then went and progressed and found the actual newspaper article, so I could learn a little bit more history on what actually happened here. And I still feel weird. You know, I've been at this site for a couple of years now, hunting off and on. I still do feel weird standing here, even today, talking about it, knowing that piece of information. So the kids come home, as it stated in the paper. The kids walked home from school at lunchtime, as they often would, and found their parents both dead on the kitchen floor. So look, really just tragic, horrible stuff. You know, it really sort of hits home when you read that sort of stuff. And you know, he just wasn't obviously right. Poor bugger. So and poor family. You know, you can say poor bugger, you can say poor wife, poor kids. There was something obviously going on with him. He needed help. So he should never have been basically deemed to come home, deemed okay to come home, because he was not right in the mind. So anyway, enough of that. Very sad. I know things happen in life, and it's very tragic. Things like that though, and then when you're sort of standing on these sites, it really does make you think. Really does make you think. So anyway, go away, Bambo, move. So we're digging in the dump now, what I presume is the dump, and this could even just be another rising sun badge though. You never know. Just because it's in the dump doesn't mean it's not something good, because they threw out a lot of stuff back then. I'm not saying it is a rising sun, but they also threw out a lot of stuff back then, and a lot of it can be good. So anyway, just a bit of scrap that. There's still more there. More. Right, bit of scrap, and we'll keep going. Look, I don't think I'll be doing too much more here today, either, because my back's getting sore. I got the farmer rounding up the cows now. Go get him. Good on you, Don. Geez, he's 87. He's fairly hooking on that motorbike. I hope he stops before the dam. I'll have to go rescue him. I would too. Do anything for Don. He's been so good to me over the years. So I just always offer to, like I see him and I say, oh, you don't want a hand cutting wood or something, mate. You don't need anything, because his wife has passed. So he lives alone, lives by himself, and as I said, he's 87 years old. And every time I ask him, nah, you're right, young fella. I just like keep plodding along by myself. Him and his border collie, as you see, running beside the motorbike down there, and he always says to me, when I stop, if I stop, that's when I'll die. So I've got to keep plodding along. So always offer him. He knows the help's there if he ever needs it. Shifting cows, moving wood, cutting wood, whatever. I'd happily help him. He's been such a nice guy to me here. And regardless of him letting me in the paddock, it's sort of how these little local towns, little communities work. Each help each other, and it comes back twofold. It comes back around the corner when you need it. So anyway, that's about it for us, guys. That was our last and final hole dug for today. So we're gonna get back to the car, pack up, get rid of all this stuff, and show you what we got for the day once we get home. Okay, Dominic, what have we got here, my man?
Rising sun.
A rising sun, good boy. Dom's only 5 years old, and I've taught him so well. He knows these, what these are straight away. He can identify them. As you'll notice too, see that thing above my finger? There's actually a rising sun hanging off my mirror. So he looks at one every time we go in the car. Have a great respect for the army, for the war, and for the men and women who fought and served. So if anybody's going to know anything about military history, it's my son Dominic. So really cool. And where did they wear these, mate?
On the collar and on the hat.
On the collar and on the hat. Good boy, good boy. I don't know if everybody heard you. Noisy truck went past. Legend though. Well done, mate. Let's get home. Okay, so with the remaining daylight that we have left, we are going to walk you through some of the items that come out today. So basically, we have all the rubbish here. Now, look, nothing spectacular. Nice to get it all out though. I've sort of gone through just making sure that I haven't mixed anything up, and that will all get put in the trash now, sorted and scrapped at a later date. So anyway, let's take you through the pieces that we're going to save. So we had the old AWA radio faceplate. Now this would be off an old wireless, so something like that. So it would have been a nice decorative front faceplate. We had the old little corkscrew. He would have had like a wooden screw end on the end, basically screwing into a bottle to help seal him. You can even see it says like cola or something there. Really cool. Anyway, the couple of little half pennies that we had. Now look, these are the only 2 coins that we found for the day too. So I've definitely hunted these sites out pretty well, considering that we did not pick up on any more coins than just the 2 there. So we also had this little fella here. Now look, I do have to stick a needle or a pin or something through the guts there. You can see he's got a little hole there and a duplicate hole on the back. So he might still be like a really crude made sinker. So it just does not look crude enough, if you like, to be a musket ball. Then again, he could be. I could be wrong. We also had the little not to be taken poison bottle. Now this come out of another hole that I dug with the target. He's still got little cork in the top snapped off. So very cool, and he'll go nicely in the collection. We had all these buckles coming out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. Pretty cool, and mostly this would be horse buckles. This would have been a person's buckle, same as this guy, but these other ones would be horse buckles. I have no doubt about it, especially this guy here. So the last two pieces, and this was actually, well, I will say, the first piece that we found for the day, as all the farmers were driving past, and I was doing the intro to the video. So what do we got? Young Workers Patriot Guild. So a beautiful little pendant. I'd say it would have been a little badge. It would have had a little backing on it, no doubt, with a pin affixed to it, so you could pin it to your jumper and show off that you're part of the Young Workers Guild. So very cool. And the last piece, out in the sunlight here, whew, look at that. What a ripper. An Australian Commonwealth Military Forces Rising Sun. Now, as I said, this is a little collar badge. It would have been worn up on the collar, along with another one on the other side. So, and I know what some will be thinking, that the history where I found this at that house site, it does have a little bit of a tragic ending history to it, as I mentioned, the story that we shared. However, he was never enlisted in the armed forces. He never ever went to war, from what records indicate. So look, this, I don't know. I'm only guessing, but I dare believe that it could have been dropped by, maybe his brother arriving for a visit, maybe his uncle, or even possibly his father. So who knows? It couldn't have been his son, because it said 4 children. They were all in primary school when this happened. So not long after this happened too, no one wanted to live in that house. Obviously, the house was pulled down and wasn't occupied again, basically. So what a beautiful piece, though. What an absolute perler. Look at that. I absolutely love Australian military history, so finding it is even better. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, guys, that is about a wrap up for us today. We are going to leave it at that, and we're going to get back out. And this weekend, I'm really hoping to get to the old pub site that I mentioned in a few videos prior. So look, that is going to be so bloody exciting. I'm going to get the detector charge, all my gear ready, and we're going to head out there this weekend. So very exciting stuff. Anyway, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. Be sure to follow me for future, and remember, think lucky, dig clean, and happy hunting, guys. Cheers. See you next time.